Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
We do want to turn to, well, another earnings report, and this is actually for a private company, but a private company that we all know and love, New Balance. The company saying that 2023 was a milestone year. The company known for sneakers and athletic apparel reporting double-digit record growth in every global market, reaching $6.5 billion in annual sales. That's a 23% increase year over year from 2022. Joining us now for an exclusive conversation, Joe Preston. He's the president and CEO of New Balance Athletics. 6.5 billion and that percent growth. Astonishing, Joe. What got you there?
Well, thanks. Hi, Romaine. Hi, Gina Martin. Pleasure to be here. Yeah, it's our third consecutive year of double-digit growth all around the globe. Every region has posted those results, and we're seeing them across categories, footwear and apparel. We surpassed $1 billion in apparel last year for the first time. It's across men's, women's, and kids. And there's really three reasons for it. It's innovation, it's brand activation, and it's operational excellence.
Talk a little bit about the brand activation and, more importantly, brand visibility. I think for a certain cohort of people, New Balance has always had a presence in their closets, in their lives. But the partnerships that you and the rest of your team have gone out to get with people like Kawhi Leonard in basketball, Coco Gauff in tennis, and I know I'm forgetting quite a few others here. How much of an impact have those partnerships had?
I think they've had a tremendous impact. You know, we also have Sydney McLaughlin. We also have Tyrese Maxey. We have over 350 athletes and entertainment ambassadors, and our brand teams have done just a great job of connecting sport and culture, and that's bringing energy to the brand. It's bringing new consumers to the brand. In fact, 63% of our NewBalance.com customers last year were new customers, and we know they're younger just from all the data that we're collecting.
You mentioned innovation as one of those keys to your success. Talk to us about that innovation. What are your new innovations? What are you doing to really attract that customer?
Well, first of all, there's performance innovations that we're bringing into our performance running line, as well as into our cleated product that's worn across a number of sports. And it's also coming from our lifestyle business, where our product teams are reimagining some of our heritage styles. And that intersection of taking our heritage authentic product and reimagining it along with our brand activations is what's bringing us energy.
And where are you seeing the greatest growth globally? As a large global company, are you seeing more emerging market interest, developed market interest, U.S., non-U.S.?
You know, quite frankly, it has been so consistent from every single region. But this past year in 2023, Europe grew over 35%. So they led the way this year. But the U.S. has been up over 20% for 3 consecutive years. You know, since the dark days of 2020, we've almost doubled our business, and every region's contributing.
I'm curious about the competition out there, particularly when it comes to footwear itself. It seemed for a lot of years there was kind of really only 3 or 4 major players in here. Obviously Nike and Adidas, the biggest. But now you've got upstarts like Hoka, you've got On Cloud, and a few other companies that have seemed to just kind of come up out of nowhere and capture the imagination of a lot of folks. How do you stack up in terms of keeping yourself not just visible, but more importantly, convincing people for whatever reason that a New Balance might be better than, say, an On Cloud or whatever?
Well, New Balance is unique. New Balance has authenticity. We were the first ones to introduce a $100 running shoe. And then we also, that heritage is allowing us to introduce some of our older styles, our iconic styles, as I was mentioning, reimagining them to a new set of consumers. So we are considered new to a younger generation, and then when they get in and they try to unpack as to who we are, they can go back to our history, and that authenticity is very powerful.
What about, how are you doing right now in terms of your own costs when it comes to making these shoes and getting them out there to the retail set?
Well, I mean, obviously during COVID, costs were significantly rising, particularly on the distribution front. We also make shoes in the U.S., and that cost is higher than our competitors, but we committed to it. We've been here for more than 40 years in the communities that we serve. We've just opened up a new factory, we just broke ground on a new factory in Londonderry, New Hampshire, and we're very excited about continuing to build our capabilities and producing footwear here in the U.S.
Speaking of your employees in the U.S., how are you finding labor supply right now? We hear, lots of different stories depending upon the industry about scarce supply of labor. Are you experiencing the same? What are the labor dynamics in the footwear business?
Well, I think every company has been challenged over the past few years. I don't think it's as difficult as it was a couple of years ago, but also as the brand is growing, more and more people are seeking us out as a place of employment. So, we've also got a very loyal and stable employment base. Our associates come here and they stay here. So I wouldn't say it's a big problem for us right now.
And how are you seeing the global trade market right now? There's obviously, we're certainly in better condition than we were with the supply constraints of the COVID experience, but there still does appear to be some general friction in supply chains. What are you seeing on the supply chains and global trade?
I think from a production standpoint, there's no issue. The issue is ships that are coming out, going through the canal, and that's causing delays coming into Europe, some delays coming into the U.S. But from a production standpoint, there's no major issues in the industry.
Great.
All right, Joe, great to catch up with you here. An impressive year for New Balance in 2023. Joe Preston, President and CEO of New Balance Athletics there.